Hey guys, how's it going? Today we'll just be doing some Vagante, and I'll just try to be giving you guys some general tips about Vagante. So, let's head on in. Let's see. So, if you can see right here in the top left, there's the mini-map. If you can see that blue area, that's where the boss actually is on the map. So, I'll go ahead and take care of the slime real quick. Let's see. Potion of Magic. So, I'll probably buy that Potion of Magic because if I do so, the next shop will have 3 items instead of 2. If you never buy from the shop, it'll always remain at 2, and also they upgrade the selection. Aside from just like game progression, should also improve the shop's quality, generally speaking. If there's something you must really have, then still, let's see. How do I do this? Can I? No. So, you can actually low jump in the game. Like this. So I'm going to try to do that, see if I can do it properly. There we go. I didn't get hit by that arrow. And we can retain some health there. Because you can kind of vary your jumps like this, this. There's some precision to it. Yeah. And for the sword there, if you saw what I did there, I actually did this. So I pressed the attack button and then jumped. Instead of just attacking and jumping, because there's actually a wind up on the attack a bit. As you can see there. So Mr. Slime, come here. Alright. So we can only attack realistically to our left and to our right direction. We can't attack below us, I guess. We can kind of attack above us, but whatever. So, the first boss here is the Goblin King. So in the normal mode, the Goblin King specifically, what he's going to do is he's going to spawn 2 goblins. Which are these guys, like this guy did right here. But they won't respawn. In hard mode, he does continually respawn them. Once I get within a certain range, he'll aggro, like this. And notice a lot of the attack patterns go in 3s, so 1, 2, 3 jumps. Okay, and then what move does he use? He uses grab. Also, the goblins despawned, because they were kind of fogged. Those attacks over there, the grab and the charge, are actually just one of moves, and then that's okay. So if you're paying attention, he just has those 3 moves, and it's RNG which one's Mr. Goblin King goes for. And also spikes and stuff, one hit kill enemies, assuming. Well, there's some conditions where it doesn't happen from what I vaguely remember. Especially with bosses, but let's go ahead and pick up the potion. And you should be sure to remember to get some stuff as well. I believe there's no penalty for breaking this deranged, but typically all shrines, you can just activate them by either interacting with them or just directly throwing in an item. Like, for example, I'll throw on this dagger. Okay, spread my word. So that's Chaos Scrolls, alright. Potion of Magic. Obtained. And then the next shop will be upgraded. Very good. If you need extra gold, you can break the light here, but there's like a penalty and you have to pay quite a hefty amount of gold to get the light to forgive you. Pick wall there. Okay. You can pick up these items like this fish by just pressing down and the interact button. Interact button is like the same button you interact with the bonfire. But I'm going to hold on to this point because I don't need to necessarily spend it. You don't have to if you kind of know what build path you want to go, but I typically do this to improve the odds of success of my runs. Because if I get like items that really complement a certain kind of build, I'll just go that build and hold on to my levels until I 100% know what I'm going to be doing. So yeah, we have 3 items in the shop now. And then, yeah, you can tell by the rumbling and the fact that they're little worms that the current boss is going to be... One, two, three, four. Okay, so when it does that roar, the poison attack is finished. Okay. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the hard mode version is quite a bit harder than this, like, granted it is called hard mode, but... Okay. Oh. Don't want to be getting hit by that, that's not good. So, if you haven't noticed, you can abuse terrain against bosses. Like, I don't have to dodge the poison spit attack. I'm using this wall to block it for me. But in hard mode, some of these tactics are kind of like not as good, and some of the attacks are indeed harder to dodge. So for this guy, we're just going to see if we can aggro it, hit the drop. If you can hit it, that's better, I guess, but... Alright, let's see. What's over here? That's kind of funny to see. That fireball is kind of just... Oh, my. Well, that's a bit of a bug, but I guess it doesn't matter too much. That fireball is just stuck in that boulder now, forever. So making sure you have good movement is important as well. Okay. Gotta be mindful of the enemy's attack patterns and all that. So we're just going to do this. Just like that. Alright. Let's wander around a bit. See if we can find some chests or something. As you play the game, you'll kind of understand the environments a bit more. Like, if you notice here, there's actually a pressure plate. Yeah, just be aware of that. There is this one nasty trap that's killed me quite a few times in the caves. It's kind of annoying, but if you just take your time, it's not nearly as bad. You just kind of have to be aware of your surroundings here. Is that not going to shoot it? I think it is, right? No. Okay. We don't have to go up there anyways, because there's no chest. But I mean, if you do a low jump like this, you can trigger those traps. If you're paying enough attention. You just have to be mindful of distance and stuff. You can also trigger the traps by throwing like an item. Any item will work. So if you're a wildling and you have a really bad layout, you're screwed. Unless you can do like a really good low jump kind of thing. You're most likely screwed, yeah. I saw this one picture where there was literally just like a bunch of spikes at the bottom and like an arrow trap, and the guy was playing wildling and had no items, so couldn't disarm the arrow trap. So we have 2 keys. We're just going to check this out. This is good. We'll use this instead of the sword for now. This is a bit of a hard weapon to use, but they've kind of buffed it. Because before, you see like the hitbox was just like the where the axe is, basically the head of the axe, and nowhere else. So it was a bit harder to use and you had to do some proper spacing. But now it's like... it's hard to explain, but it's like the whole thing now and not just that part. So we're just gonna head on through. You can actually sacrifice these fairies for stats as well, but getting the continual healing's good as well. Let's see. So, with scrolls, I tend to not use scrolls or equipment during most of the caves, if I can help it, because I want to identify them and make sure I have everything in order and I can save resources this way, in a sense. So we'll head top first, this time around. Oh, whoops. So with damage to gold, we're just, you know, getting extra free money, basically. I want this guy to lower a bit. These guys actually... A lot of enemies follow you, so you can bait them into disadvantageous positions. Most notably, like the dragon, the fireball attack actually does nothing if you're in water, so that gold scroll is not uncursed. If you throw your scrolls in here, you can identify which one is uncursed. So actually, this one I believe, or was it this one? I wasn't paying full attention. One of these is actually the chaos scroll, actually, now that I think about it. So I'll just wait on that a bit because I don't have 3. So I'll just try to clear this area first. So that's a bit hard to reach, but I can still do so. Alright. So I have dash, so I'm going to just kill this, and then I'll investigate up there. Okay, no item. What a shame. So I could have identified my gear. Probably should have. But oh well. I'm going to space this guy a bit. It was kind of hard to hit him there, so I lured him somewhere else. That's kind of how you want to be playing Vagante. You want to be using every single advantage you have, including like terrain. If you can, like, if you have 100 arrows and you can beat a boss, even if it's like kind of cheesy or kind of what you might call uncool, I would hella spam those 100 arrows rather than risk taking damage. Breastplate is got cursed. Okay. So that was a cursed one. Magic stone. Peddler boots. Other peddler boots. Both of those are not cursed. I don't like the stats on that though. You can also swap weapons, I guess, which is cool. Anyway, we're just going to go ahead and do a little bit more exploration before we start the boss, because this isn't, some of these tips aren't as applicable in hard mode, because what we want to be doing typically is getting every single advantage we can. So you can clear out the floor normally, and that's fine, but in hard mode the enemies respawn. So you want to just probably take out the enemies near where the boss is, and then just try to fight it within that area, or an area where you cleared out the enemies and they won't be respawning. Oh, whoops. Shouldn't have gotten hit by that. That was a misplay by me. Okay. Let's focus. So, as you can see, it was too high for me, so I'm going to lure it back over this way. And then I'll just kill that enemy straight up. There are usually no hidden walls around here, but is there one? There's no shot, right? I think I've had that happen just exactly once out of all my runs, where there's just actually a hidden wall, like early on. In fact, I remember also having like a one of the big chests spawn to the left. Really rare. Usually there are like 2 spell books, I believe, on this floor. So we got Elect Lance and Magic Missile, I believe. And yep. Alright. We'll just go ahead. Show me your strength. Show me your skill. Not bad. So doing that gives you extra stats. We won't destroy the stand there because I think it lines up for me to just hit it like this. Okay. So for this boss, what we're going to do is wait. See how it's waving its hands. Once it stops, it'll be good to hit. I'll demonstrate what happens if you don't though. So like this. As you can see, he just, if he's still waving his hands, he does that, and that's pretty annoying. So he's kind of entered a second phase. Now he's going to do a teleportation thing. And we're just going to attack. Okay. So he's going to teleport somewhere near us and become invisible. There. Alright, got him. It's easier to hit with the axe. It's not as easy with the sword, but if you look closely, you can sometimes tell where it is, but I mean, it's kind of hard with it zoomed out this much. But yeah. That's that boss. In multiplayer, it's really annoying when your teammates don't really respect that. Oh. Have I gotten more golden scrolls? So, gold must be something else. Is this id? Yeah. Identify. Alright. Let's go ahead and take care of this guy real quick. You have to be careful around this guy a bit because sometimes the hitbox is not so fair for that attack and it goes behind it a bit. So if you clip into him a bit, you take damage for pretty much no reason, I'd say. Dex, let's go. Regen identified, that's good. And then defense. Alright. So this is cursed. This is unknown. While we're here, we might as well identify it. And if you can see how messy my inventory is, there's actually a way you can just auto-sort it, but real quick, I want to make sure this is... Oh, wait. What is this? This is recharge or enchant this scroll. I know I have chaos scroll somewhere, so is it green? I believe it is green. That is chaos, actually. Yes. Well, found chaos. If you want to avoid taking damage like that, you can, instead of just using it in the stage, you can use the chaos scrolls in the intermission, and you won't take damage in the intermission. I can demonstrate that by throwing a bomb and hitting myself in intermission, and it will do 0 damage. If you drink a poison potion, I don't... Oh, I have one. Then you won't take damage via the poison in the intermission either. So I don't know what this scroll is exactly, I'll leave it be. So one of these two are probably uncursed. But for now, let me check. Okay, so if you hold W and E at the same time, it'll auto-sort your inventory for you. So if you're worried about sorting your inventory or having a messy inventory, because, you know, honestly, sometimes the guys over at, like, the Vagante Discord, for example, if they see screenshots of your inventory, they'll make fun of you a bit, like, wow, that inventory, disgusting, you didn't even sort it at all. Well, I mean, they're kind of right, but come on. And I forgot to use the bloody, but that's fine. You can also burn, like, scrolls and books to get some health back. It's, like, 10 for a book and, like, 2 for a scroll, I believe. Okay. Okay. There's a fish here and a fish here. So as your vitality increases, I believe, so does the time you can spend underwater, I believe. Don't recall if that was exactly the case, but I vaguely recall something like that. Okay. Oh my, I'm taking unnecessary damage, but they're underwater, so it's a bit annoying to handle them, and I want the gold. Gold is generally really useful. So, there's a trap in the caves where, if you notice, there were a lot of particles on the ground when you break the wall. Sometimes they're like boulder traps, like behind a hidden wall. So you can't see them because of the particles on the ground, and you have to be really careful of that. I wouldn't say it's a super common thing, but I wouldn't say it's uncommon either, so... Anyway, let's identify this. Yeah, I don't want to really equip that right now, unless I have a good reason to. Let's take the fire res. Ah, I'm on fire. That was some timing. Lower decks. Poison. We can keep poison because there's a usage for it. And then we have the Wand of Chaos. We'll just go ahead and we can just use this, actually. But for now, we'll just swap to this. Try and make some bank. Oh my, that's not good. The spiders are pretty annoying. Okay. Oh my, the wind up on that is pretty big. Okay, got it. I lost quite a bit of health on this floor, because I'm honestly not playing that well right now, but it is what it is. So be careful of the golem, never let yourself get hit by a golem, and if a golem falls on top of you, that'll deal like 99 damage, so don't let that happen either. Keep a respectful distance away from the golem. Golems hit you for like an insane 20 damage or something. Gotta respect the golem. And then lower luck, huh? Okay. Oh, and if you aggro the shopkeeper, it's going to be aggroed for the rest of the run, so gotta be careful of that. This is actually a decent Seistus. I'll make sure to clear the floor first, though. Let us see. Where is the sword? I will unequip the sword. Okay. This shouldn't aggro, should it? Okay. So I don't like where it is right now. I'll pull it up a bit. It's going to attack or what? Alright. Come up a bit. Do your attack now, please. Should be soon. No? It's a bit of RNG, but alright. Anytime now. Any day. Oh, whoops. Ooh. Ooh, that healed them too. I didn't know you could heal a boss with this, honestly. Ooh, bombs. Okay. Be careful of and make sure to space properly. Alright. Oh, that's not good. Ooh, I fell there too. Not good. Teleportation. Alright, let's be careful now. Okay. We don't want the key to necessarily end up in the wall. We'll be careful of that. Let's drag it back up. As you can see, I was kind of doing what's called trolling. So it's going to home in on me. We're just going to move like this. And cross it up. Oh, there was a hole there. That's not good, actually. That mess with my spacing. Oh, whoops. Yeah, so it's pretty easy to die if you're not being careful, as you see. I wasn't playing that well that floor. And I kind of just tanked, like, a lot of unnecessary damage. So you definitely don't want to be doing that. Well, let's see if we can find the baby dragon a bit. Oh, whoops. Hey, I found a chest. Well, don't care too much about that run. Okay, so we're a gold collector. That's whatever. Ah, yes, the baby dragon. So we could see it there, but let's see. Yeah. Let's see if I can find a good body of water. That might be okay. I don't remember how good the body of water has to be, but yeah. Oh yeah, for jumps like these, making it like this is fine, but sometimes you making jumps like you want to be like grabbing onto the wall like this and then making the jump. There are certain jumps that require the kind of finesse, I guess you would say, but that wasn't one of them, but it is like a tech you should know. Can we find some good water? I don't think I saw any on that side. Maybe there's some to the left of the dragon, but I doubt it, right? Yeah. So for the baby dragon, like, look right there. 1, 2, 3 fireballs. 1, 2, 3 fireballs. I can get 2 hits in. This strategy doesn't work as good in hard because the fireballs bounce off of the walls, but yep. Oh, whoops. Okay. Oh, I missed. Whiffers. As you can see, the baby dragon will follow me. So let's just assume there was a big body of water, like, over here. I could have baited it into this and then I would have taken, like, no damage. So it's kind of cheese, but that works against the hard mode one as well, and it makes the boss fight, like, free. Let's see, how do I go back? I don't remember. I'll just spike myself real quick and change it to hard mode. See if we can get the baby dragon. Yeah. How many deaths to spikes do I have? And 296 as a knight, 147 to spikes. That's an interesting statistic. So overall of my characters, I guess. So hard mode's a bit different, but let's just go around here looking for stuff. Ooh, that guy's a bit dangerous. I don't want to really mess with this. Oh, yikes. I will lose a lot of health. Okay, so not the baby dragon. But we are guaranteed to find the baby dragon if we just keep going through the stage. So let's find the exit. This isn't going to be a legit run. So let's go ahead and grab this for health. Oh yeah, healing is like halved from the campfire. Pretty nasty. Ha. Yeah, boulders still work on elites. I believe spikes do not, though. I guess it's because they're too low effort or something. Well, either way, let's keep looking around. Oh yes, baby dragon, found it. Alright. Let's go ahead and scout out the floor, see if we can find a large body of water. Because being aware of and using your environment to your advantage is very important. You gotta use every advantage you have here. Wand of Healing, I believe, is complete RNG. How much it heals you. It might be like luck based or something then. Aha, good body of water. We'll just lure it this way. Breathe? Okay. And then look at this. I can't tank damage at all. If you noticed earlier, the fireballs it was throwing actually hella bounced on the walls, so the kind of cheese strategy where if the baby dragon were like here, I'd be standing like around here, I'd wait for it to finish, and then I would just drop down and attack it like so. And yeah. Interesting. But yeah. And just to demonstrate real fast how dangerous that other boss is, we'll just go through here. And let's see, where is it? Interesting. Oh yeah, if you have a chicken, you gain Featherfall, and Featherfall allows you to actually land on spikes. If you press down, it cancels the Featherfall, but yep. So we're going to just try to see if we can aggro the worm. Where did it go? Unfortunate. Let's see if we can't aggro it. If you kill 3 of the small worm guys, like these guys, that automatically aggroes it. Okay, so the boss music started. Yep, aggroed. Alright, I killed all of them. So now it's going to be aggroed on me. And as you can see, since it's hard mode, stuff has been respawning, so I'll take care of it real quick. So it does that charge attack, which is insane. I won't dodge it this time. Just watch this. This is literally going to, like, one-shot me. Oh, wait. It didn't... That wasn't the grab. That was a charge. That's weird. I remember its attack primarily being this insane grab attack that just one-shots you and pulls you in the wall like that. Yeah, so I don't know the difference between the charge and the grab, I guess, but... Tough boss. Hard mode's pretty tough. So, I mean, starting off with some normal runs is not bad. All of the bosses, I believe they all have, like, an additional gimmick in hard mode. A lot of them are rough. There's some of them which are not, like, a super big deal. Like, I believe the Abomination is fine. Honestly, like, if we compare it to the normal, it's about the same. Mushroom Golem, honestly... Some people might argue Mushroom Golem's easier in hard mode. Vine Lord? I don't even want to talk about that thing. That thing is actually just the worst. It's so difficult. There were some others as well. Some of them had cheese strats though, like their charm cheese strats. Some of them got patched out. If you charm the Abomination, its own spike balls will pretty much just kill itself. I think that was patched out. But, yeah. Let's see if we can get anything else interesting in. Because you just gotta know the environment can kill not just yourself, but your enemies, you know? And you can play around the environment a bit. I wish I could find some more interesting examples to give you guys, but this is obviously a fake wall. This is not a fake wall. There's no real penalty for just hitting random walls, so if you're unsure, you can just test if something's a fake wall. And there's no penalty for doing so. And we're just going to go ahead and check around here again. And nothing. If you go into your options as well, settings here. Oh, alright. You can change the zoom. You can zoom in all the way, zoom out all the way. Typically, I like to, well, a lot of players will probably keep the zoom to around here, actually. So, all the way out to get as much information as possible. Like, with my zoom here, I can actually see the baby dragon there, and it'll be harder for me to aggro, but even just, like, zoomed in a little bit more, I can't see it anymore. Just kind of for example. Oh. Oh. And if you see me punching chests all the time, or attacking chests, it's because I have complete doubts and no faith in my ability to tell if this is a mimic or not. So I will hit every single chest just to make doubly sure, because mimics generally don't have a lot of health either, so that's kind of how I play that out. So we'll just go ahead and... Okay. Let's find a good spot. It will follow me, so I can just go ahead and find a spot I'm willing to fight. Then, yep. Ooh, that felt kind of dangerous. But, yeah. I'd like to fight it here, so I'll just... Oh wait, what's going on? Did the boulder break the AI? Ooh, that's not good. Yeah, it did. It messed with the pathing. So, right around here? Oh, I didn't do it right. I guess I'm just rusty. Well, if I played it properly, I would have taken 0 hits of damage, so my bad on that one, I guess. But, yeah, generally it's all about playing smart, because using just raw skill to dodge is good and all, but you could just use the mechanics of the game to your advantage, so like even the eye bats actually trigger those traps as well. So we're just going to go ahead, check the shop. Alright. I don't think there's too much more to mention, but I guess there's also this. If you can note it, if you see that, you can actually, depending on how you land on the boulders, you can actually change which way they go. This is sometimes useful as well. There's also, if you hit it, they move as well. And of course you can push them. But if you're interested for more of a challenge as well, there's some challenges. There's like a whole spreadsheet on the unofficial Vagante Discord server. I mean, it's not official, but it's officially the unofficial Discord, I guess. So, yeah. There's a lot of people there. If you're interested in playing multiplayer as well, I'd recommend dropping by. Well, I think that's about it for today, but yeah, let's demonstrate the thing I mentioned. I think I have the stuff, right? Yes. So, boom, book, 10 health. Boom, scroll, 2 health. And there are some other subtle things like, you can combine your bombs with your arrows to make bomb arrows. I believe it's like one bomb becomes three bomb arrows, and the deranged counts a bomb arrow as an item. So you're turning one item effectively into three items and to hopefully get some good stuff from the deranged. I think that's most of what's important. I guess you can throw in scrolls as well. I think they count as an item as well. So that's about all I've got for you guys today. But if you want to know the broken builds, I mean, the game's more balanced right now, I believe. But I believe it's like 2 Holly or 4 Sword first, depending on how you want to play it. And then you can honestly go points in maybe defense if you're feeling it, or just go full on into strength, or full on into dex. But honestly, I would mostly prefer dex over strength a lot of the time, because dex increases your attack speed, and that helps with your melee weapons. Like, if you see how slow my sword is right now versus how fast my fist is, you can kind of get it as fast as the fist, which is pretty insane when a sword can do that. And luck, I wouldn't really recommend going luck, honestly. Intelligence, vitality, well, for a knight build, I guess, yeah. Vit 5 is not completely bad, but it requires you to put 5 points into Vit all the way. But the benefit for going Vit is that you have more health to give to the bloody, which is actually beneficial. And defense, well, this is basically like parrying and blocking kind of tree. And Ollie, for the damage portion, you only have to go 2 points. Second chance is alright. I don't really care too much for second chance personally. Maybe there are more believers somewhere, but for just raw offensive, going 4 sword, 2 Holly, and then the rest into Dex, I think, is like one of the best builds offensively. So, yeah, that's about it for today. So I'll be seeing you guys later.